Hey, I'm Nadia and I'm with Second James, or to me they're also known as chili and ravioli. And I'm going to ask these guys a few questions because they have a lot of wisdom and you'll get some great stuff out of this. So guys, can anyone become an entrepreneur?
Well, look, I think it's a really interesting question because it's kind of like the nature versus nurture thing. I do come back to the thing that is around the fact that I do think that entrepreneurship is definitely in your DNA. It's kind of like the crazy gene, which I talk about. And so, can anyone become an entrepreneur? Yes, because I think if you put your mind to something, then you absolutely can achieve it. But does everyone have the crazy gene? I'm not sure. What do you think?
Hell no. Everyone cannot become an entrepreneur. And any personality type can become an entrepreneur. And you have conservative people and introverts that are great entrepreneurs, but you also have flamboyant people that are entrepreneurs as well. So any personality type, yes, but not any person, because you have to be able to take the risk and you have to be able to live the fear, and not everyone is prepared to do that, and rightly so.
Absolutely, totally agree with you guys, and I can vouch that these guys definitely have the crazy gene.
The crazy gene.
The crazy entrepreneur gene. How did you guys have the courage to start your first business?
Well, I think it's a case of ignorance is bliss. And Cecilia was 20, I was a little bit older, I won't reveal how much older, but Cecilia was 20, we knew nothing, we were completely ignorant, and we just did it.
You didn't know what you were getting yourself into.
We just started. And I think that's the way to go. You got to start, because until you start, you're just not an entrepreneur. You're just someone who talks.
I think naivety and curiosity is like the benefit of youth, because you don't have all of that, garbage or rubbish or like preconceived ideas that you carry around later. It's a backpack of all the things that have gone on. So I think naivety and curiosity is really what makes a business start out really well, particularly when you're learning.
With $1 per passion, because the first business we started was an au pair company, and Cecilia had been an au pair. She really missed her twin girls that she used to look after, and she thought, well, I'm going to do this in New Zealand. And so ultimately it was passion mixed with ignorance and curiosity.
So there was no fear?
Well, I think that's one of the reasons why youth are fantastic at creating businesses, because I think when you're young you have less fear, you don't have a mortgage, you don't have kids, you have less responsibility, and you can take the risks.
And you probably don't believe as much at the start that you are going to fail, because you don't even know what success looks like. You don't have that clear pathway of what it should look like and what it shouldn't look like. So I think when you're starting out, you're just simply kind of doing stuff and forgetting about the fear that is involved in it.
And I guess you don't have as much to lose.
No, because you haven't really started out in life. You're just starting on kind of like the ladder, and I guess after that it's easy to just go into a corporate job or change direction. So but now we're screwed basically.
Now you're deep.